So you got the latches installed on both sides.
Yep. I've got the plungers pushed in, so I'm not trying to pull against the spring. It makes these like a 1/2 inch longer.
Good. So you're kind of preloading those to make it easier to get hooked up.
Passenger side goes on the bottom of the handle, so when you pull the handle,
it rotates.
It rotates clockwise.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Put it in.
You put it.
Stop it.
Be careful with your hole. And these have a retaining clip in here.
Yeah, the little steel like barrels.
Yeah. You just push it through and then it digs into the pin.
Oh yeah.
So it doesn't drop back out.
All this stuff's really nice too.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I can imagine like an AMD or an LMZ or somebody like that providing a replacement tailgate, but AMD, I can't believe that they had every piece. We don't have to reuse any single piece off the old tailgate.
No. New plungers, new brackets.
Well, you know, like it's okay if you had this and it's rusty and you replace it, but like all the old latches and bolts, and I mean, these even got bent back in the day by cornbread yanking on it to open the tailgate.
Because it was broken, they didn't fix it.
Yeah. So it's nice. I mean, it's like actually having a new tailgate versus a new tailgate with a bunch of old stuff.
With a bunch of old stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
This has been fairly easy too. I mean, there's 10 minutes involved here. So you guys, we're gonna go ahead and put our wing on this one too. So we probably won't film that right now, but probably this weekend or next week we'll get the tailgate installed on it too. We've only got a few days before Keith's first race, so we're gonna try to wrap up all this stuff and get it drivable. Because, I mean, we have to leave in 6 days from now. No pressure.
So all that's hooked up, I've just got to put the screws in the back on the inside of the tailgate to attach the handle.
Okay, let's flip it over.
Oh, one's already lined up.
I got like a home improvement vibe going on right now. Remember the neighbor with the fence?
Oh yeah. There they are. Got old eyes.
You'd be wearing your bifocals, old man.
I don't want to talk about it. You just got to get closer. And it all goes together with one socket.
And just like that, brand new tailgate. Very cool. Howdy, neighbor. One other thing that we got with our new tailgate from AMD is the pivots that go into the bedsides, and then the actual latch that goes into the bedside and hinges as well, or straps, I'm sorry. But these pieces in particular have been something that I've never been able to find until the last, I don't know, year or so. These have always just been, they rust, in the very bottom of the tailgate, but now they've got new pivots and all these pieces. So, and this stuff's really inexpensive. I don't know if you've ever tried to sandblast and repaint these things, but for just a few bucks, buy new ones.
So we're test fitting Keith's seat today. I have to make new brackets for it because now we're dropping the seat down as low as possible so he has the lowest driving position. So I'm just making new brackets here, flattened out the ribs in his floor so that it can sit as flat as possible. So we're just test fitting it real quick to make sure that he's comfortable with the driving position. So now I'm gonna go ahead and bolt this side down and start building the other side of the seat bracket.
Hey, we are here at Beech Raceway for Pro Touring Truck Shootout. I think Arnie said it was number 5. It's the fourth one here at Beech Bend. You can see in here that everybody is doing what they came here to do. The track is about to go hot in 5 minutes maybe. They've got a couple run groups set up. I'm in the second one. So everybody's probably going to get 15 or 20 laps today that you can drag race about any time. And then tonight they're going to do drifting practice. They've got it, Finch has got it set up Gymkhana style, and he's going to let us just kind of go out there and play. No timed runs, just for fun. It should be really great. Everybody seems really excited. I've seen a lot of trucks here today that I've only seen online. So it's going to be exciting to meet some of these guys that you talk to.
How are you feeling about racing the truck?
I'm really excited and nervous at the same time. It's been a while since I've been behind the wheel, so we've got some adjustments to do, but I look forward to it. I'm excited about today.
All right, let's get it.
Back to you.
Okay, everybody, the last video or some of the previous footage that you guys saw was just a lot of montage footage. We all put in quite a bit of work there at the last few days to get Keith's truck together and ready to race for the Pro Touring Truck Shootout in Bowling Green. So now that the event's over, we're gonna kind of step backwards just a little bit and talk about some of the stuff that we did in those last few days. If you guys walk around the truck, you'll see that the truck looks quite a bit different now. A lot of that is due in part to AMD and their involvement with the truck. We've had a great relationship with AMD for quite a few years, but when it came time to fix some of the stuff on Keith's truck, well, we went right to Autometal Direct, who we're good friends with, and they did help us. Whether or not they helped us or not would never have been the deciding factor here. The Autometal Direct panels are really top tier stuff, top shelf products that we're happy to use really every time we need sheet metal or any kind of replacement OE metal for these pickup trucks. So what we've used of theirs on his truck is a complete bed, and we've used a new hood, core support, and some of the new seals for the doors of the windshield and stuff like that. We've been using this bed floor and their 4-inch wider wheel tubs for quite a while now. A couple years ago, they came out with this floor, and it has saved us so much time and ultimately saved our customers quite a bit of time, in that they always used to make the 4-inch wider tubs, but Dylan and I would have to go in and make a relief into the floor, make room into the floor for these. So, I mean, there was at least 8 to 10 hours of work that went into the floor metal to get them to look like they do now, and you can just buy this. So this is their 4-inch wider tubs and their floor that's meant for that. If this looks a little bit different than what a stock bed looks, it's because we put fuel fill in the back. Dylan kind of formed the ribs just a little bit to where you can put that Heart Fab fuel fill in the floor. That goes down to Keith's fuel tank. And then you may or may not notice, but the whole floor is moved up in the bed sides 5 inches. You guys will see some footage of that, how we did that. And on the square bodies, it's pretty darn simple. All that we do is we take the bolt line for the floor, and we measure up the distance that we want to move up, and we just put riv nuts all in the headboard and the bed sides. That sounds like really easy, which it is, but there is some cutting and some welding that has to do in the back stake pockets, and a little bit of work that has to be done at the tailgate so it closes up against it. But this is awesome. I mean, it totally transformed the condition of this truck.
Oh yeah.
You know, in one fail swoop, pretty much. One thing that surprised us both was that we got a tailgate, not only, but we also got all the hardware with it, and the latches that go in both sides, the rods that connect to the handle. We got the handle. We got every single piece. I was not prepared for that. I was prepared for him going to get his old tailgate, and we were gonna have to gut it and pull all the mechanicals out of that tailgate to be able to use the new shell. but we didn't have to do any of that. We didn't have to use any of the old stuff.
No.
Every single piece inside this tailgate, even the pivots, the latches, the hinges, the handle, every single piece that's
All
brand new. It works really well. Like I said, totally made a big difference in the truck. The hood, we put our hood louvers in. You guys have seen those on our website. You've seen them on my truck. You've seen them on quite a few other things, but we put our hood louvers in their factory hood, along with some hood pins, which are like a safety thing. Anytime you do some kind of racing, there needs to be, per rules, a secondary latching system. So if the primary latch fails, you've got pins there to keep it. So if Keith's doing 130 miles an hour, 40 miles an hour, if that latch fails, it's still pinned down and it's not going to come up. So he did that. And then one of the things that we've done in the past on some of the trucks that we race quite a bit is take weight out of the hood. And so pretty much the entire inner structure of the hood's gone now too. So Keith did that one night after work, trimmed all that out and painted all this black again to make it look new. But core support is new too. We put some of our beauty washers on here, which I'm a huge fan of. Well, it's easy to put body bolts on, but they rust in like 2 car washes. These won't do that, so these will keep looking good for a really long time. They're stainless steel bolts with an anodized finish washer. So anyways, other than the cosmetics of the truck, oh, the new grill.
Almost forgot. Yeah. Yeah.
This is Keith's favorite part.
Yeah.
He had what he liked to refer to as an original
It was.
grill in the truck, and it somehow broke last year. It was already broke. I may have kicked it and broke it a little more.
Finish it off.
But you're welcome. Now you have a brand new one.
They did fix me up with the new one. And it did come with the new emblem. It had a sticker also, but they sent
An actual emblem.
2 options. An actual emblem, and the grill came with the plastic inserts that go into the metal brackets on the core support.
Yeah, if you guys have ever taken one of these grills out, they've got those oval-shaped plastic inserts that go into the brackets, which I've always had the hardest time trying to find those for the screws to go in. But same thing, their grill came with 4 new ones and the 4 screws.
Everything to put it back in.
Yep. You guys saw also in previous video where we did the radiator. The radiator did awesome too.
Yeah.
Keith previously had not really overheating issues, but it was like right on the cusp.
Borderline,
Yeah, like enough to like annoy you or constantly make you check it, right?
You watch all the time.
Yeah. So it stayed 195 degrees the entire weekend.
Yeah.
There was a few donuts done at night.
Even under simulated full tilt, yeah. Still stayed under 200 degrees, which was a very nice change.
Yep. We've still got another seat bracket to make, but Dylan helped make a seat bracket that would set Keith's seat all the way on the floor now. We took the sliders out, tried to get his seating position, his weight down in the cab. We did put a harness bar in it in those last few days.
Yep.
I'm trying to think of other things we did. There was so much there at the end, but it's all turned out really good.
Getting the seat mounted and the eyelets for the seat belt and the harness bar was a big undertaking.
Yep. But you guys can see this is a fairly basic harness bar, but I really like it. It's got a pretty structural door bar, but it's not intrusive. Like you can still pass your foot in front of it.
Yeah, I didn't take the wheel off all weekend. You can still get in and out of the truck really easy.
Yeah. And we are gonna fixture these before you guys start hitting us up. We're gonna fixture these and we're gonna weld up some more of these and you can buy them in the future. You gotta fix the floor up, you gotta put carpet in it, you gotta put seat brackets in it.
I know, man.
There's more stuff to do. We're gonna keep filming these videos for you guys. There's plenty of relatable content with this truck and this project of Keith's. Going here and going the distance, right? We still want to go to Optima events, so we still need some more creature comforts, carpet. We need the air to blow out the vents. We need the wipers to work. So there's still some more work to do before we get to some of those bigger events. But objective 1 was met.
This was
it drove.
To get it going and race.
It raced. It went on a cruise. It did donuts. It did some drifting. It did all kinds of things, and I'm really proud. that we pulled it together in such a quick last few days, but we got a little bit of suspension work to do and a whole lot of creature comfort stuff to do. So
other than adjusting the suspension though, there were no issues over the weekend.
No.
Knock on wood. No leaks, no surprises. It was just trying to get familiar with the truck again and trying to make it hook up the best that we could. And that led to some changes, like you said, that we're going to do before the next event.
yeah.
I was really excited.
Yep.
Really excited about the way it came together.
Yep. Well, you guys, we really appreciate you watching all of this coverage over the last couple of videos. It was a little hit or miss. There wasn't a lot that we filmed. There was a little bit that we let the camera die on or whatever, but it was a learning experience on making sure that we were organized enough to do these series. We've learned a lot in trying this, so moving forward, we're really excited to do more for you guys and provide more content and more information on this channel. So anyways, thank you. Thank you, Keith, for letting me tear your entire truck apart this winter.
Man. Yep.
All right, that's it.